Mr. Werner, we have some questions for you.
Of course, sir. What questions do you have for me?
Well, Intel says that you were in on the Nazi army project. Is that true?
Yes. The army was quite an astounding feat, not a Jew in sight, pure Aryan goodness.
Sir, we do not want to hear about your views on the Jewish people. We want to know, what was your role in the creation of this army?
I was lead biogenicist. We spliced DNA from gorillas, very strong humans, and put them inside of this amazing, beautiful thing. They had such power, they could do anything, they could manipulate minds. It was astounding.
And Mr. Werner, when did you leave this project and join the U.S. military in creating a U.S. army of these soldiers?
Oh, it may have been June of 1944. They exiled me from Germany. They thought I was a little too mad, they said. So I joined the U.S. military. They were happy to take me on. But they let in dirty Jews into their military and...
Sir, we need to know your role. Look, stop talking about the Jewish people.
Well, obviously everyone knows about Subject 1, but they don't know the full story. They don't know how the U.S. got so wrapped up in him. How his downfall single-handedly destroyed everything that we had built up.
Mr. Werner, what exactly happened with Subject 1? Why did he go so haywire?
It was his treatment, of course. You see, he was kept in a white room with just a drain. He got given a glass of water and some bland chicken every day. That would drive anyone insane. Even 2 days in those conditions would make even the smartest man seem like a lunatic. They tried to desensitize him, but all they did was warp his mind. And with those strange powers that our splicing of DNA gave him, he became a force that could kill anything, that could do anything.
Is my understanding that you brought some papers with you here today? Would you mind if I took a look at these papers and I described them? There appears to be a diagram of a human brain. It has arrows and circles pointing to problem areas.
Yes, as well as the humanitarian sectors, as we like to call them. We tried to eliminate those in our army, and, well, when I was hired by the U.S. government, they wanted to emulate my work with that. They couldn't, because they didn't have near the technology, and I didn't want to help them. I wanted to help my country's cause, not theirs.
There are also logs of test subjects' behavior. Would you please translate those?
Yes. The current subjects are exhibiting certain mood patterns. They are all agitated, which goes against what we programmed into them. But possibly a few weeks in isolation shall make that better. Yes, do you want me to move on to the second log?
Sir, what was this isolation? Because the isolation with Subject 1 seems to have very negative effects compared to those done to these soldiers.
It is simple, really. You see, We isolated them, yet showed them pictures of Americans, Britons, Russians. We wanted to show them the enemies. We wanted to show them who they were fighting against. But you only gave them you to hate. That is why the assassination of President Wilson occurred. Because you didn't think about who you would be hurting with this.
I have one final question for you. Why did Nazi Germany do this? They had a good enough military. They had the military of Japan and Italy on their side. Why would they need an army of these super soldiers to take down the United States of America?
Bombs level cities, but people can rebuild upon that foundation. When families, when lives are torn apart by soldiers who have no regard for the lives of others, that sends such a deeper message. That instills true fear into people. That bombs just cannot. If soldiers can kill leaders by just thinking about it, then why would this war need to continue? Why would we need to bomb anymore? We would have the world in the clutch of our hands. We would have won.
Thank you, Mr. Werner. Your interview will be very helpful in solving this case.
Oh, it is no problem. I'm glad I was able to highlight America's faults and flaws in their game plan.
So,
what do you think of that?
the man's a lunatic, but he's right. We need this type of warfare. Nazis would have won, but we were getting too close, and Hitler was getting too scared. We can do that to the Ruskies easily. This Cold War will be nothing to us. We just need to not have another Subject 1 on our hands.